We've got an exciting matchup here in week 2 with the New York Jets, who had an amazing victory, walk-off touchdown punt return for in week 1 against Buffalo Bills, and the Dallas Cowboys, who just had an absolutely shocking victory week 1 as well, also in MetLife Stadium against the New York Giants. They're meeting together here, and it's a matchup that we are all excited to see, but unfortunately, like Aaron Rodgers will obviously not be playing that game. And Ryan, just getting straight into it, that's just going to have just the biggest impact going into this game. And as much as I would love to see Zach Wilson kind of rise up, be the kid that comes up off the bench that no one really believed in, come in, save the day, take the team to the state championship, put me in coach Uncle Rico type story. It's just not going to be the case here. There's only so much I think this Jets defense can do. And just objectively, I'm really excited for the Jets defense versus Cowboys offense to go up against one another. Yeah, that's going to be a great matchup. I don't see how the Jets get at the yard line on offense.
I don't either, especially with just how bad this offensive line is. I mean, realistically, this could be the worst offensive line in football. And we saw that.
The Giants are pretty bad.
The Giants is pretty bad.
All offenses that home games are in MetLife Stadium are the worst.
Yeah, I was going to say, New York has the worst offensive line in football.
Any New Jersey-based football team has horrible offensive lines.
But with that being said, the Giants were able to generate, or not the Giants, the Cowboys were able to generate so much pass rush last Sunday. I don't see anything really being able to stop them from doing it again. And kind of what you said was, I don't really think that the Jets will be able to mount much offense. We talked a lot about this Bills defense and them losing Tremaine Edmonds, Von Miller being put on the PUP list to start the season. And it's just all of their key contributors from last year, or not all, but a lot of their key contributors from last year are gone. I know Jordan Phillips had a good game. I forget their linebacker who's been there forever. Matt Milano.
Matt Milano had a good game. Yeah.
Jordan Poyer, those guys are still there, but those guys are older. Like, they're on the back half of their career by a pretty large margin. So right now, the Cowboys, they're young, they're athletic, they get after the quarterback really well, they stuff the run, and so they make it a nightmare for quarterbacks and offensive lines. And right now the Jets are down both. So
well, and even here, so just looking at their scoring plays in the second half, they only had one scoring drive that was over 60 yards, and that was their touchdown drive that went 57 yards. That was after the Bills had an interception. I'm talking about the Jets offense here, by the way. But even then, too, so they had a touchdown drive. They only had to go 57 yards, which still, I mean, with how poor that offensive line is and their quarterback is, 57 yards is hard for them. But then in their next drive, that's when Josh Allen fumbled on the first play. They get the ball in Bills territory at the 30. The only other time when they put up points on the board was they went 88 yards and got a field goal, and that was the Breece Hall 83-yard or whatever it was, run to start that drive. Everything else, I mean, you're just looking at it like a couple plays, punt, 6 plays, punt, and they only go 10 yards, interception, one play minus 1 yard to end the half. I'm just kidding. That's the kneel. So, but
and that is against a much lesser of a defense.
Yeah. This Cowboys defense is minimum top 5 in the league, just with how aggressive and explosive they are.
They have a top 5 secondary duo and a top 5 pass rush put together. And that is a very, very scary combination. Like, not even the Eagles have that. And the Eagles largely are largely known to have the best defense in the NFL. So it's going to be very interesting to see what is able to happen. Let's get into predictions here. I think it's a little obvious. We're both going with the Cowboys. What is your score prediction?
42-0. No, I'm just kidding. It won't be, and this is what'll be fun. It won't be that high. The Jets defense is only going to be able to do so much. The only way I can really see the Jets winning this game is if Dak Prescott has a Josh Allen type game. Just 4 turnovers. Just one of them was an arm punt. So it's like, take that with a grain of salt. But the other 3 were just clear errors, and it just were highly ill-advised throws. And this defense is going to be great. I'm going to love the defensive line matchup versus the Cowboys' offensive line. Secondaries going up against each other. Sauce Gardner going up against CeeDee Lamb, and then also too. Then the entire time I'm just going to be wondering, like, what if, like this entire time, like I just hate, and I hate adding on to it, but. I think realistically, I mean, the Jets, I'm sure, are going to get a couple turnovers, put them in good field goal position. Zach Wilson will do an amazing 3-and-out. They'll get 3 points on the board. I'm going to do something like 24-9.
I was going to say 27-14 with a Jets defensive touchdown in there. So to me, that's probably how they get double digits is an interception or fumble in Dallas territory and they kick a field goal or something.
Yeah.
So
Dak Prescott, you're right, in Sunday Night Football didn't have any real opportunity to have an ill-advised throw get return to the house. So I think that's fair. I think he's
nor did he have any pressure to be like, maybe I don't fit that in there because that's too big of a risk because they were up 20-0 within 10 minutes of the game. So but yeah, so let's go ahead and wrap this video up here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on who you think is going to win this game and by how much. Let us know what you think, and we will see you guys next time.